I begin with a piece of dark wool felt. It is soft, quiet, and deep, like the night sky before the stars appear. As I smooth it with my hands, I think of the East Sea near my childhood home. The sea was always close to us, close enough that I could smell the salt in the early morning air. With a small needle, I start shaping a tiny white circle. This will become the moon. Each gentle poke binds the fibers together, slowly turning loose strands into something solid. As the moon forms, I remember standing beside my father. He loved taking photos of the sea. Sometimes we went out before sunrise, when the world was still dark and quiet. I place soft strands of white, blue, and pale violet wool around the moon. They float like clouds, drifting across the night sky. My father would wait patiently for the right light. At dawn, when the horizon barely began to glow, he would raise his camera. I would stand next to him, the youngest child, feeling proud just to be there. The wool spreads across the dark background, swirling gently. The sky becomes deeper and richer. Under the moonlight, the sea begins to appear. I blend white fibers to create waves, adding blue to give them movement, and the more I layer, the more the ocean comes alive. I stretch long lines of wool to form the horizon. The sea and sky meet in a quiet embrace. Now I add the waves in the foreground. Thin, soft layers of white create the shimmer of moonlight on water. With each stroke of the needle, I hear an echo of the camera shutter in my memory. Click, then silence. Then my father's calm breathing beside me. In the middle of the sea, I place a small, dark shape. A tiny silhouette. It is simple, almost hidden, but it changes everything. When I look at it, I see my father standing by the shore, facing the endless water. He rarely spoke in those moments. He simply watched the waves, as if listening to something only he could hear. The piece is complete and placed inside a white frame. The night sea now rests quietly on the wall. When I visit the ocean today, I no longer see only the beautiful scenery. Before the waves, before the horizon, I see my father. I see his back under the moonlight. I remember the stillness, the cool wind, and the warmth of standing beside him. As I layered each strand of wool, I realized something. At the time, I did not know those mornings and evenings would stay with me for so long. I did not know they would become part of who I am. This night sea is not just a landscape. It is a memory shaped by my hands. Instead of taking a photograph, I took a moment from my heart and placed it into wool. Today's night sea is a small greeting to the countless oceans I saw with my father. Thank you for spending this time with. See you again in the next creation.